everyone, my name is Sanjana Sharma. I am currently pursuing B.Ed from Lovely Professional University. Now, today I am going to teach you about Chapter 4 of Class 8 Industries. So, let's get started and explore the more concepts about industries. I hope that you have ever heard the word industry or ever seen the industries around you. Have you ever wondered that where we get the notebooks that we use in our day-to-day life? Let's study about the journey of the notebook. And the journey begins with the wood and trees. Then we get the paper made and notebook that we finalize for the usage. And first of all, trees are cut down and transported to the pulp mills and then processed into the wood pulp and mixed with the transport with the chemical and converted into the paper. Then printed with the ink and bounded into the notebook and packed and sent to the market and which is reached to us for the usage. And this is the journey of the notebook. And there are various secondary activities and manufacturing process that are done in the industries for getting the final product that we use. Secondary activities and manufacturing change the raw material into the valuable product that gets value to the product. Pulp is changed into the paper is changed into the notebook. These are the two stages of manufacturing process. Then value is added at each of the stage of the product. The pulp to paper, cotton to cloth. Finished product have more value than and utility than the raw material. Then, what is industries? The talking we are about is industry. Industry refers to an economic activity that is concerned with the production of goods and services and extraction of minerals for the provision of service. And thus we have iron and steel industry for the production of goods, coal and mining industry for the extraction of coal, and tourism industry for the service providers. And also there is classification of industries on the basis of raw material, size and ownership. On the basis of raw material, we have four types of industries: agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, marine-based industries, and forest-based industries. In agro-based industries, most of the work are used under the usage of plant and animal products. For example, food processing, cotton textile, dairy, leather work are done for the agro-based industries. And mineral-based industries are use of mineral ores, for example, extraction of iron, steel, aluminium, and machinery work, building material are included in the mineral-based industries. Marine-based industries are the product that we extract from the sea, ocean, water or water bodies. And seafood processing or fish oil are the main source that we obtain from the marine-based industry. Forest-based industries use forest produce, for example, paper, pharmaceutical, furniture, and building material. In marine-based industries, it also includes the seaports that the trade that have been done between the different nations, and these are also known as marine-based industries because all the works and the transportation work is done on the ocean seas and which are included in the marine level. And secondly, on the basis of size of industry, it depends upon the capital invested, number of workers working in the company or industry, volume of for the production that is produced by the industry. The three types of industries are included in this: small scale industry, large scale industry, or cottage or household industry. Small scale industry where there is less use of capital and technology. For example, silk weaving and food processing are the small scale industries. Cottage and household industries are run by independently by the small group of people. These are industry a small scale industry type of group. And these include handmade products by artisans, example basket weaving, poetry and handicrafts. Large scale industries are use more capital and large values use more capital, advanced technology, produce large volume for the product of the companies, and for example automobile production and heavy machinery work are done under these companies or industries. And on the basis of ownership of industries, there are four types of ownership for the industry: private sector industry, public sector industry, and joint sector industry, and cooperative sector industry. In private sector industry, it is owned and run by the individual or a group of the individuals. And public sector industry are run and owned by the government, and for example Hindustan Aeronautics and Limited, Steel Authority of India. Joint sector industry are owned and run by both government and the private industry. For example, Maruti Udyog Limited and cooperative sector owned and run by the producer, supplier, workers, and Anand Milk Union Limited, Sudha Dairy are the form some example of the cooperative sector industry. There are the various factors which affect the location of the industry. Where industry is going to be set up are based on the factors which are fulfilling the needs for the setup of the industry. For example, it includes transport facility, land, power, raw material, labor, capital, market. All these factors are included for the setup of a particular industry on a particular area. Industry is set up in those areas only where all these factors are met easily. And then we have to study about the industrial system, that how industrial system work, how we get the final product of the product from the raw material. For example, there are three involved in the industrial system: input, process, and output. Input is the raw material, process is the process done with that raw material, and output is the final product that we use in our daily life. Input includes raw material, labor, land, transported, and power infrastructure. For example, cotton, worker, factory setup in textile industry are the input and used as the raw material. And the process is are the process or steps to be included to get that final product. Are activities to convert raw material into the final product. For example, ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, printing, all these processes are done for getting the final output. Then we receive the final output or a finished product. Finished product and income, that we can earn source of income from that. Large amount of income is earned through the output product that we get from the all the process of the industrial system. For example, a shirt made from the cotton is more uh, expensive than the raw material as a cotton. Industrial region. Industrial region from where industries locate close to each other share benefits. Major global industrial regions are Eastern North America, Western Central Europe, Eastern Asia. These regions are often located in the temperate areas near seaports or coal fields. For example, India's major industrial regions are Mumbai Port Cluster, Bangalore Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad Baroda region, Chota Nagpur Industrial Belt, Vishakhapatnam, Guntur Belt, and Gurgaon, Delhi, Meerut region. Kollam Trivandrum Industrial Cluster are included in the basic or important industrial region of India. And industrial disaster is defined as what if the disaster are done for the lack of protection or lack of concern of industries regarding the people of that locality. When accident or disaster occur due to technical failure or irresponsible handling of hazardous material from the industries. For example, in nowadays also industries release their toxic chemicals into the water bodies or the barren land, which is very harmful for the individual and the present and the people, local people of that particular region. For example, that one of the major incidents of 3rd December 1984 is the Bhopal gas tragedy. In this, there was a cause behind this tragedy was a leak of MIC gas, methyl isocyanate gas, hydrogen cyanide, and other chemical from Union Carbide pesticide factory plant. Death was around 3,598 official figure in 1989. Thousands of survivors suffer from ailments of blindness, impaired immune system, and gastrointestinal disorders. And industrial disaster of GQI China 23rd December 2005 was also one of the major industrial disaster happened. It was also considered as the major disaster occurred in the China. The cause behind was that gas well blown in the Gaoqiang, China. Impact was that 243 deaths and 9,000 injured, 64,000 were evacuated. Cause of death was many could not able to escape in the time and suffered burns to eyes, skin, lungs from the gases. risk reduction measures for that separate residential areas from the industrial zones, public awareness about the storage of toxic substance and the potential risk, improve fire warning systems and fighting systems, improve the limit storage capacity of the toxic substances, enhance pollution dispersion and mechanisms in the. And now, the smelting is the process in which metals are extracted from the ores by heating beyond the melting level of point. Thank you. Hope you like video concept. Thank you.